Do you want to know who's going to be the next leader of the federal Liberal Party? Well, hang on, because Brian Lilley is just waiting. Once I say, please, ask your friends to subscribe and donate, because that guy there wants to get paid. Now, you're writing all the time about Liberal leaders, and you know the history inherently. Let's just go through the history. Chrétien, Martin, Martin lost, and then the Liberal Party was out to sea for a little bit with...
Well, first they went with a French academic named Stéphane Dion, a man that I actually like quite a bit. I got to know him when I was...
You like everybody, though.
I like everybody.
He's not easy to like, Dion. He's prickly.
Well, he's odd. You know, kind of like you, so I get along with lots of odd people. But like, you could get along with them. You could agree with them on some things, disagree on others. But he's a horrible retail politician.
Right.
The guy could not get elected dog catcher.
Right.
But smart guy.
Oh, very
but
smart.
couldn't get elected. So he becomes Liberal leader. They drop from 95 to 77 seats. Then they say, okay, the French academic didn't work. Let's go with the English academic, Michael Ignatieff. And they went from 77 to 34. And right now, what are they looking at is Justin Trudeau is not doing well in the polls. Mark Carney, like another guy I've known and covered and who, is likable in a personal sense.
Well, is he a retail politician?
No.
Is he going to go out there?
No, he's an Oxford and Harvard graduate who worked at Goldman Sachs, then was Bank of Canada governor, Bank of England governor, United Nations special rapporteur.
And very slick.
Very slick, very smart. But what does that have to do with the lives of everyday Canadians? Nothing. And so this guy is, as one of my friends has described, Michael Ignatieff with a pocket calculator. How on earth are you going to get elected with that sort of, thing going on? You're not. And so the Liberals keep looking for these big brains to try and get through.
No, wait a second. In defense of the Liberals looking for some brains, we've had a prime minister that people doubt the brain power for the last 9 years.
But he's won 3 elections.
Well, there's no question about that.
So they lost with Dion.
And bad government, though.
They lost with Dion, they lost with Ignatieff, then they get a drama teacher and motivational speaker as their leader, and they win 3 times.
So what does that say about the Canadian people? They don't want someone smart in there. They want a drama teacher who is rotten about being prime minister.
They want someone they can relate to. And at least in his first election, I think he could relate to people. Since then, he's played a very divisive game, one with razor-thin margins. I think his first election's different from the other 2. But, you look at Doug Ford. People say, Doug Ford's a dummy. Doug Ford's not smart. But guess what? People relate to him.
I was just going to put it to you. Doug Ford is authentic. So, do you think the Liberals should go after Doug Ford? Because he is, like a Liberal, he's spending a lot of money, and he is not an ideologue, that he should be the next Liberal leader?
I don't think he would do it, but I would say to Liberals, if you're looking for a new leader, look to someone like Dominic LeBlanc instead of Mark Carney. Far better option than what they're going to get if they go with the former bank governor.
I'm going to vote for Doug Ford. I think he should be it. Right. Lilley, always fun. 3 minutes. This show provides independent analysis of the issues. We are not paid by the government. And as I am finding, so much business in Canada relies upon various governments that they don't want to sponsor or advertise on a show which may become controversial, which talks about liberty, freedoms, sometimes criticizes government. I've had guests on that support the government. But people are saying, you know what? We don't want to bite the hand that feeds us, i.e. government, which is why I hope you'll subscribe and contribute to keep this show on the air.